my favorite play, just it would definitely be second game against St. V's. My boy Donald Delisio comes across, picks off this pass, and runs into my brother along the way right when he catches it. And I just remember everyone going crazy. And I just remember my brother lead blocking for Donald, and what an awesome sight that was to see. Like, here's a sophomore, this kid who comes out of nowhere and just does amazing, and it's so great to see. And my brother is there leading my best friend there along, and he's just like blocking for him, like he's saying, "Come on, I got you. I don't care who you are. You're on this team. We're brothers." And I just think that that's what Mooney's all about. It's a brotherhood, and it doesn't matter who you are, where you're playing. If you're on the sideline, we're all one. And that's what was so special about this team. That's what's so special about Mooney, and that's how it always will be.
St. Vincent St. Mary felt it should have beaten the Cardinals a month earlier. Now the Irish had another chance at them. Each team stepped onto the weather-hardened field at West Branch High School determined and confident. The Irish defense, like it had done for 3 quarters in the first game, kept Mooney in check, limiting the Cards to their lowest yardage total of the season. But as the old adage goes, defense wins championships. And there may not have been a better high school defense anywhere than Mooney's. On this cold night, the unit needed to do more than just dominate. It needed points. Anyone who wears the Cardinal red and gold always trusts that someone will eventually step up and do what was needed. On this cold night, there were several. First, the stars shined brightly on sophomore Donald Delisio, who returned an interception for the game's first score. Later, Beecham tipped a pass by the Irish quarterback, and Gemma, with yet another heroic effort, cradled it in the end zone for another score. These 2 defensive touchdowns were more than the Cardinals needed for a 28-7 win.
You know, as I laid there, I knew that something was seriously wrong. And, you know, I got up, and as I looked around and I looked at my teammates, you know, I knew there was no way I could leave at that point. You know, I had to take it as far as I could and spend as much time with those guys as I could, because, you know, that's something that, you know, I want to take with me for the rest of my life, because that was the greatest time of my life playing with those guys, and, you know, I just didn't want to leave with them.
When Danny got hurt and everyone kind of found out, and the week during Steubenville I was talking to him, and he was telling me how he felt like right after that hit, he was like, he felt wrong, he felt weird, and he told me that he knew it would be his last game. And the fact that he stayed in is just unbelievable. It just shows how much heart and soul he put in, and how everyone, how much heart and soul they all put in, and just what it means to be a Mooney Cardinal.
There's a couple kids that that I always had some kind of thing like for just on the field, just because of the way they played. And one of them was one of my best friends, Danny. That cat was tough. He something would happen to him every game, but he never came out. Nothing. I mean, for Christ's sake, he finished that game against St. V's with a broken neck, basically. Finished the whole entire game, and you know, I always just admired the way he'd fight through all his pains, and just type of like warrior he was when he played.
I'd have to say Michael Zordich. You know, he's my best friend, and we had a lot of fun this year, but you know, I never really got to tell him, you know, as we would always be goofing off, I never really told him how much I respected him as a player, and you know, his whole work ethic and what he did on the field. You know, I really looked up to that, and it definitely affected me and made me better.